Talking loud in the nighttime air. Voices clash, waiting down to care. Opinions flare like they matter so. But who's right we'll never know. Microphones like weapons drawn. Swagger in the twilight dawn. Each word iron, each thought steel. To be heard is the final deal. Howling offense in the midnight haze. Everybody's offended, each one sways. We're offended, you're offended, that's the way. Claim the night with the things we say. Truths clash like broken dreams. Voice to voice, let it scream. What's real in this foggy light? Bow hard till the morning light. Feel the hunger of the crowd. Anxious to erupt so loud. Unity in discord side. Witness as their worlds collide. Howling up in the midnight haze. Everybody's offended, each one's ways. We're offended, you're offended, that's the way. Claim the night with the things we say. Truths clash like broken dreams. Raise your voice, let it scream. What's real in this foggy light? Battle hard till the morning light. Feel the hunger of the crowd. And just to erupt so loud. Unity in discord's tide. Witness as their worlds collide. Howling offense in the midnight haze. Everybody's offended, each one's ways. We're offended, you're offended, that's the way. Claim the night with the things we say. We say.
Gay!
We say.
Gay!
We say.
Gay!
We say.
My dog stepped on a bee.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to We're Offended, You're Offended. My name's Tyler, and Kim, she left me again. So, I guess that's what's going on here. But enough about me, because, women just be doing what they be doing. We got some stuff to get into, but before we do, what's going on, King Blackout? Fantastic having you here. And I don't know if Kim is. She might not be. She left me again. So are you coming up or no? Are you joining us?
Yeah, momentarily, yes.
All right, okay, bye. So we're going to be going over a couple things. So a big story because Canada doesn't like putting enough egg on its own face. I guess a story coming out of Regina where a bunch of kids were sent to a drag show. So, of course, massive backlash is going on with regards to that. And also, we'll be talking about the newest. Is this the new COVID 2.0? This hantavirus? Every health official is looking. They were looking for the remember after COVID, it was the monkey virus or monkeypox or whatever, and look how fast that died because it was basically just a souped up AIDS virus or something like that, something with gay people and monkeys or whatever. So Like, is this the new look evil, scary? It started on a cruise ship, and this cruise ship is plagued and all this other stuff. And okay, sure, we'll talk about that. And also, we will have another installment since you guys liked it so much, and you know what? I enjoy it too. We have a new installment of the Adventures of Barry M. Bush, the Canadian beaver hero. So we'll wrap up the show with that. But before we do, of course, share the show with your friends. Or how's it go? Share the show with everyone you know. Share it. Hit the like button. And with that, let's get this show on the road.
How can we dash when our earth is turning?
They don't produce anything. They don't do anything.
How do we sleep when our beds are burning? How can we dance when our earth is turning?
All right, let's get right into this. So we have this story is from the Globe and Mail. Yeah, right. This is actually from the Daily Mail. Different mailing address. How the hell? What did I do here? Did I break something? Maybe just a little bit. What the hell's the title? Is my stuff all broken? Looks like it. There we go. Seems a little more. Okay, so we just don't have a title. Oh, Canadian school children forced to flee woke play about Indigenous rights after sleazy drag queen character began behaving very inappropriately. All right, I'll fix my window here. So yeah, as I stated, so a group of Canadian school children were forced to flee a theater performance about Indigenous rights after a drag queen began gyrating and putting their boobs in kids' faces. Campbell Collegiate students in Saskatchewan were pulled out midway through a performance at the Globe Theatre this week after the production reached levels of maturity beyond expectations. The complaint centered around the antics of drag queen Nikki Miami Benz, who was performing in a rendition of Little Red Warrior and His Lawyer, a courtroom drama about an Indigenous person who fights for their ancestral land. First off, what a stupid play. Fighting for their ancestral land. It's called You're Conquered.
With a stripper pole?
I guess that's what they got to do. That is true enlightenment. And I guess your tits hanging out. I don't honestly. I don't know if I can show this.
I'm surprised that the kids were forced out. I actually thought the kids just got up and left, and I was like, "Good for you guys." But I'm surprised the teachers were actually like, "Oh, okay, we should go now," seeing as how the teachers are so dumbasses now.
I'm getting conflicting stories. Of course, some people are saying that it was actually the students, and some photos that were being circulated online where people were like, "This is acceptable for kids." I'll see if I could find. Yeah, guys, what the fuck is this play? No way, this is a school trip. Yeah. So teachers. Oh, sorry. I'm not trying to go all over the place, but. In one scene, a judge is seen bending over and appearing to smell Benz's behind, leading them to leap into the air and start jumping up and down in the crowd of young viewers.
This little fairy with the freaking black shit around his neck, that's supposed to be a judge?
No, this is the Little Red Riding Hood, whatever, Little Red something.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So that's, yeah. So here we'll play a little snippet. So Canadian school children forced out of play after very inappropriate behavior. So that, for those that are just listening, this is a person on a stripper pole. Like, Like,
I'd be pretty pissed at the teacher because clearly they did not do their research to see what this play was actually about before they brought the children there. And kind of the onus is a little bit on the parents too for not looking into it.
well, but so what's being reported anyways is that this whole place, it said that it was age appropriate. It was appropriate for it was appropriate for all ages. Sorry, I should actually say with English.
Think that it's going to be appropriate for all ages because that's what they want to do. They want to have their freaking drag queen story hours and tell things to little children and whatever. And they're totally fine with being completely inappropriate in front of kids. So of course they're going to think it's age appropriate.
Like how is this? Remember, this was 14-year-olds. This was 14-year-olds. How in the hell? This is what we consider 14-year-olds. Oops, son of a bitch.
No clicky. I would lose my shit.
How, like, that's okay. That's justifiable.
Well, I mean, technically speaking, though, they're younger than that, and the teachers are pushing this shit on the kids. So, yeah, I guess according to them.
Well, and so the question I have is like, if this is what people are finding that this is acceptable for children, like they clearly the venue showing this said this is appropriate for all ages. It begs the question then, what line is too far? Clearly there's no line that's too far. If you're literally let's put this in, okay. They are now like when people on the right were like, oh, they're just doing drag or they're doing stripper shows for kids. That's what drag is. And then we literally have something like that. And there's people out there defending this. They're saying that, yeah, this was appropriate and all a bunch of right-wing fucking pussies and whatever else. It's like,
how's that appropriate for children? An adult, yes, 100%. You know what you're getting into. Any adult knows, even if you've never seen one, knows what a drag queen or a drag show would be like, or at least you can imagine it. But how is this right wingers just being, I don't know, ridiculous and overreacting? Like, this is not appropriate for children. Yeah. How would you think this is? Oh, sorry. I know who would think that this is appropriate for children. The freaking pedophiles out there that are trying to normalize this shit.
And so like the venue knew that children, school-age children were coming. Remember, this was 14-year-olds. They knew they were coming and they had a burlesque strip show. And it's wokeception. It's the drag queen story hour strip in front of kids because that otherwise I'll off myself. There's that element, and then it's look at the noble savage having to reclaim their land from the evil colonizer. It's like it's a clash of fucking stupid.
I'm sorry, but if you the deciding factor between you live or self-exit is you taking your clothes off and dancing inappropriately in front of children, my thing to you is peace.
Man, you said it's such like non-confrontationally.
No, sorry, I'm a little saucy right now. Oh, is that a wood chipper? Yes, please. Yes, here we go. Oh, it just reminded me of something I've seen. Way off topic, but
yeah, sorry, I don't know. I've been looking at wood chippers lately. I don't know why. I just had a urge to look at wood chippers, but sorry. I thought I'd share that with everyone.
I completely understand why. It's a very nice looking wood chipper. Did you see that video? It was been started to circulate again recently, but I think it happened 22 or 20 in 22 or 23, but some guy literally ran onto the airport, bypassed 3 different securities,
Oh
and
yeah.
ran into the plane propeller thing.
Mm,
That's what
yeah.
that made me think of.
Oh
It was,
yeah. It's a tragic situation when those accidents happen. You have to be careful of them.
you do. And also, like, don't run into them. That's a little dumb.
You know what? Let's just take a little gander. I just have a sneaking suspicion. I don't always. Oh, I guess the Daily Beast just found that it was just unnecessary. Wasn't even relevant. It was this story wasn't even relevant.
The drag queen show wasn't relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
because
the
he's
other one?
probably one of the ones that would find it okay.
Is it the breakdown that or is it cult? Like cult media. Literally, they're like, no, right wingers are in a cult. It's like your name is literally cult media. Oh, all right. Well, never mind. I won't bore you with me trying to verify something at this very moment, but like this is just what we're seeing. This is the expansion. This is the continuation. And then look, we did terrible thing. Oopsie doopsie. No. No, you thought that this was okay for kids. This was a burlesque show. No. So with all of this stuff, remember we were seeing a lot of all these places were trying to be so inclusive and everything else, that they were having drag queens reading to little kids, and then there was that monkey person that had a fake ass and was and a phallic imitation object, or the person that had their fake breasts exposed in a box for children, when the person's like, no, these don't work, you'll have to ask your mommy. And they thought that would, like, they were trying to be so inclusive. They just, all the guardrails got ripped out. Any resemblance of like critical thought that, you know, maybe this isn't okay for children. Maybe having like 6-year-olds exposed to burlesque is a bad idea. And they're like, no, that's okay. That's effing wild. No.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly.
So these are the same organizations, you know, because the argument is that like exposing or conditioning children, you know, kids are so impressionable. That's why we can't have cigarettes out in the open. That's why we can't have alcohol advertising. That's why vapes can't have flavor in them, because apparently kids, they just have to get them. It's like, well, okay, well, first off, selling cigarettes to someone under the age is already illegal. So it's like, then you punish the people that are doing a legal activity and in place of someone that's doing an illegal. How about enforce? Like, hey, if you're under the age of 18, you're not supposed to smoke. How about just enforce that law? Right? So
seems smart.
Yeah. So the kids are so impressionable. They can't have flavored vapes, but exposing them to someone literally doing a strip show, oh, that's totally fine.
Or allowing them to chop their bits off. Yeah, that's okay too.
Encouraging them to do it. So it's like, which one is it? So, okay, so you know children are impressionable and you're doing this intentionally. You're doing this in front of people's faces, and it's like, so what are you going to do about it? Huh? What are you going to do? Oh, you're just going to sit there and do F all? Good. Like that's how they're operating. Good. You're not going to do anything. You're going to go online and like, this is bad. I don't like it. And then they dangle the keys on something else and you're like, I don't like that. That's what ends up happening. So the drag club I worked at thought it was important to have an oh, fuck.
What in the actual F? I would have thrown shit. Just saying.
Yeah. I would say something. I'd like, you know what? No, this is disgusting. I don't know. Flip the breakers off. I don't know.
The sad thing is that he's working there and he's witnessing this and not liking this. Okay. Think about all the parents of these children that were like, yes, this sounds like a really good idea. Let's do that. I wonder how many of those parents are doing not so good things to their children when they're at home.
Yeah.
I can't see a responsible parent allowing that. I really can't. And like this is coming from a person who was goth back in the day, who, you know, I was drinking early, I was doing drugs early, stuff like that. Then I had kids, and I got to tell you, you go from liberal to conservative real quick if you're a responsible person.
Yeah, if you're an adult. Like here, you remember this? You guys remember this story? Once I hit play.
Texas hosted an event called Drag Your Kids to Pride, where so-called drag queens strip danced while children handed them dollar bills. Maybe you noticed the sign in the back that said it's not going to lick itself. If you happen to support this kind of thing, you are a horrible and disgusting human being. This is 100% child abuse. We should never forget images like this. These people should not be around children.
Number one, why him lying like that? Here goes a whole ass picture that illustrates he's lying, giving a whole ass lie. As a matter of fact, we have a fully clothed drag queen in front of the infamous "It's not gonna lick itself" sign. I'm gonna get into that later. And you see the kids being entertained. Number two, he said,
"What? I don't want to get into my low credit score brethren here. We will fight you another day, okay?" Clearly, we saw the videos. Like, he showed the pictures. The guy showed the pictures in the background of them stripping, giving $1 bills in people's G-strings. So, like, this is the thing. You know, and even Tinker saying, like, the parents loved it. Yeah. It was all women. It was all women that were bringing their kids there. I guarantee. I don't know. Obviously, I wasn't part of that event. Tinker, am I right or wrong? It was almost exclusively women bringing their children.
I would think if there were any males there, they were gay, a gay couple who adopted a child.
Yeah. You know, and I'm actually becoming less and less. No, I shouldn't say less and less. I think having a surrogate is tantamount to slavery.
How so?
If I am paying someone to have a baby, not a father to be seen. There you go.
I can't even imagine if I did that, if I brought our kids. Oh, you would.
So the idea of I pay you to get artificially inseminated, then I take your baby from you and remove the mother. Okay. I am paying for a person. Like I am giving you money in for a service. And what is that service? Giving me a child. I am paying for a child.
Okay, so what's the difference between that and hookers? You're literally paying for a person to do something for you. You get said pleasure and person goes away. I mean, they're a willing participant, are they not? When you look at most hookers, we're not talking about the child. We're literally talking about
children.
How is that a child thing, though?
I am talking about, I give you money to go and have a baby. I then take that baby once it's birthed.
Yes, because it's your DNA.
No, I paid for someone to do it. So if two gay guys want to have a surrogate child, they go to someone, they pay the mother to gestate and birth the child, and then they take it.
Yes, but it's not just taking somebody else's child. It is taking a child that is their DNA. They implant.
Not all the time.
Well, I don't know about those cases when it's not in that case, because that to me is adoption. That's not surrogacy.
What?
If
Well,
we're
okay, well that's different. Adoption is different than
exactly.
yes. I think it's the intent of the practice. The whole purpose is to take the child or to use this person's womb as whatever as a commodity, and
Incubator.
then taking the child. It's a transactional process. It's
Well,
strictly transactional.
well, yes, but if I if I wanted a child, if we wanted a child, we wanted a girl for a change, and I could not give birth without ending my life. Like it wasn't possible. I could not have a child. Something medically would happen, and we take my egg, your sperm, and we find somebody who is willing, who's literally put themselves up there going, yo, I'll be your incubator. And we put it in
Yeah,
there. It's still our child. It's our DNA just incubated in a different spot.
I don't know. I don't know necessarily what it is. I don't like it.
Well, that is what it is.
Well, even okay, if that's the case, like even that, but it's like I don't know. I think people used to like give a shit about like having children, like it actually meant something. Now it's just like life is so cheap and worthless. It's just a commodity to be traded. Like, what's the difference from that and just saying, hey, I'm paying you, well, the child becomes a person's property.
Well, but see, like I said, I don't see it that way. If somebody else is giving birth and to a child that has none of their DNA in it whatsoever, then
I would
to
assume
me,
it does.
it doesn't though. That would be adoption. There are people who are pregnant that meet with people because they don't want the child, but they're going to go give birth.
People that are pregnant? Can men get pregnant?
No, men can't get pregnant. Shut up. Oh my God. There are women who are pregnant who don't want the baby, but they don't go through abortion. High five to you guys. And they find a family. So yeah, when the baby is born, the baby instantly goes to them. It is a quote unquote transaction of sorts.
But it's not. No, I think it's the intent. I think it's the purpose of it. Is it like a person trying to create like lineage or I don't know. I just something in it. The more and more I've thought about like surrogacy, just the more it feels like, then what's the difference of like slavery? I don't know. I don't really know how to articulate exactly. I know this is kind of like a tangential thing to the original thing, but I don't know. It's just something about it. I don't like the idea of we've now reduced. Well, okay, maybe it's this. Okay, I'm just spitballing, going off dome piece here. Maybe it's because women have been reduced so much. I know, male feminist or whatever, but it's like women have become so kind of. I don't know if it's like the true form of empowerment is like you are literally an object. Like, is that women empowerment? Like your only worth is your like that you can recreate people. Like that's the absolute form of liberation, is you are like the object. You are just an object.
I really don't see it that way. Like I really don't see it in the way that you're seeing it in the slightest. If let's just say my sister couldn't have kids and she really wanted a kid, her and her husband really wanted a kid. They wanted something that was of their DNA. They didn't want to adopt. They didn't want somebody that wasn't their DNA. They wanted their DNA. But my sister medically could not have a child. Well, if I could, I would be like, you know what? I will carry that baby for you, so you can have that baby. I don't
know. I don't know what it is. Like I said, I'm just the initial thought of it. It just feels like I don't know. It's like, okay, you remember we showed that video, or I don't know if we actually showed the video, but there's a video of like a Chinese guy strapped down. and there's like a robot that's just like sucking them off and just like semen extraction.
Yeah, definitely did not see that video
Okay.
or show it.
So it's like, it's kind of like that. It's like the industrialization of childbirth. Like it's no longer, I don't know. It's just that
This
there's not
is-
the human aspect to it. It's just machine does clearly a utilitarian thing to do a utilitarian thing to something. Like I don't know.
Okay, but you're looking at it like literally your version of surrogacy in today's world is Mad Max. Like in
Yeah,
Mad
that's where
Max,
we're
that's what
going.
they were doing. I get that aspect and I get that thought process. And I think the whole Mad Max, the way that they would use the women and constantly keep them pregnant to keep making babies to repopulate the world. No, I don't think that that's right. In that aspect, it's not right. But when you're talking about your traditional surrogacy, that is not what surrogacy is. That type of surrogacy, I wouldn't even classify that as surrogacy. I would classify that as
it's just the utilitarian aspect of it. Like I don't know. I like I said, I don't know. I just
I mean there was
like, hey, I'm gonna buy your child. I'm gonna buy a child from you. And it's like
renting a space.
Yeah.
They're renting your womb.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
It is okay.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, well, it is a little fucked up. However, okay, so I shouldn't say like in today's world because there are true crime junkie here. There are cases that I have heard where there literally are people who will kidnap women, take in women, and constantly keep them pregnant, and they sell off their babies on the black market because, you know, human trafficking and all. So, I mean, in those aspects, I don't think that that is okay. But those are mostly women being forced into doing something like that. Your traditional surrogacy for women or people who cannot have children, I don't find anything wrong with that. To me, it's literally renting a space, an incubator, and the person is willing to do it. And it is weird as that sounds, that it's a lot better than being forced against your will to be like literally a breeder.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's just like in my like I said, I'm not sure how to really like quantify. I don't know. Maybe it is just like I just don't like the thought of it. Like it's weird when you see like lesbians that go and they have a surrogate. Like literally they don't even do it. They have someone else go and do it and then they just pay someone for it. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Anyways, I know we're kind of
Well, I do personally know a lesbian couple that one of them carried the baby, but they had to get obviously sperm.
But then, okay, so in that instance, so it's like the child has no connection or understanding of like their parent, like the other half. They'll never know their history. Like they're just like, oh, I just grew up with two moms or two dads or whatever. Like even those people, you know, even people that have like, you know, that they have a biological father that they have no contact with, like there's still that nagging in the back of your mind. Even though it's like they're not like, you know, for all intents and purposes, like they're not a father, but they are my dad.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like, and it's just well, you'll never know your genealogical history. You know, like what is the family on mom's side? Like, I don't know. I have no medical history. I don't know is dementia a thing? I'll never know because I don't even know who the person is.
I mean, that aspect, yes, I do 100% identify with. And there was always those questions because I don't know, right? He was just not there. So I don't know. So yes, there's always going to be those questions 100%. And I do agree with people who do get sperm donors or whatever, especially if it's somebody who is not involved. Like you hear those couples that, well, it'll be like a close friend and they can be part of their life. They can be like known as the dad or uncle or whatever, but they're still part of the child's life. And those situations I feel better about, because yeah, you're right. Like that constant nagging feeling, like it feels like you don't know half of yourself. You only know one half, you don't know the other half. And in that aspect, it does, yeah, it would really suck. It does really suck. So
Yeah.
I would agree with you on that. I think you're the Mad Max version or the true crime version of the surrogacy. I think there's good sides of it, but I will definitely agree with that, especially if you don't know the other half.
Yeah. All right. Let's shift. So you've been following this a lot closer, and basically my understanding of this whole hantavirus thing. I don't know. Was there like a bulletin put out on YouTube like COVID, you can't talk about it, and whatever else is actually going on? As far as I know, no. But
not that I'm aware of, no. Not as of yet anyway. Oh, relax. Hold on. I'm going to see.
But of course, this is a live show every Monday and Wednesday at 8 o'clock Central Time and 1 p.m. today, Saturday. We are here. I don't know. Hit the thing.
I'm not.
What did you do?
You.
I didn't do anything. I'm not even on the
What did
screen.
you do?
My mouse is off the screen.
Sir, I want some more.
Yes. Hit the share button. Like it. Rip my chair apart. If you guys were actually no, they all missed it. Unless you were on Steelborn stream, then you see me.
Right? Oh, that was so sad. I was so hoping you'd do it again when he came back on.
No, why would I do that? That's weird.
A little bit. It's just no one got to see it.
It's weird. Let's see.
Where is my...
Well, I have all your notes here.
No. I was literally sitting creating a video.
Oh, okay. Well,
Just give me a sec. I'm trying to see if I can pull it up. I think I can. I think I figured it out.
It's left close to 150.
All right. Hold on. Relax, bitch. Relax. Okay. Go back. Okay. So, no, I don't need to really. I did it all in the video. I found clips and stuff like that explain everything. So let's just watch a video. Oh my God. It's like school when the teacher's not in and you have a substitute teacher and you get to watch videos. That's what you guys got to do right now. Got you.
Stranded at sea. It's left close to 150 people stranded at sea. One outbreak on a cruise ship impacting at least 16 countries spanning 6 continents. But what exactly is hantavirus? It's an umbrella term for more than 20 different viral species carried by rodents. This strain is Andes.
This one particular virus has been associated with some limited human-to-human transmission among close contacts and past outbreaks.
It can lead to hantavirus pulmonary syndrome. That's a severe lung disease with a fatality rate of close to 40% in the Americas.
40%. Let's just for a minute. Now, I'm just going to say, work with me here. I got all the things in my brain. With COVID, the mortality rate was very low.
Zero. No,
and everybody freaked out.
Mortality or survival? The survival rate was 99.97.
Yeah, the death rate is what I mean. So
yeah, it was 0.03.
Yeah, it was very, very low. This is 40%.
The World Health Organization says there is no specific cure for these kinds of diseases because symptoms can resemble other respiratory illnesses.
So people have headaches, they have body aches, they've got GI issues, very similar to more common infections like the flu.
But the transmission
Sounds
is
familiar.
very different.
So when we say close contact, we mean very close physical contact, whether it's sharing a bunk room or sharing a cabin.
Anyone else hearing
This
6
is
feet?
not the next COVID. I really just want to assure people this is something.
Was it Train to Busan?
This is not going to be a big outbreak. This is not a reason for your average person in the world to panic at all.
What began as a cruise of a lifetime, a weeks-long luxury
Yeah, hold
journey to the edge
on,
of the
hold on, pause it. There's no reason to be concerned.
No.
Terrifying music, keep you scared, keep you in suspense, terrified. Of course.
Yes.
Ocean has instead turned into a major
I'm digging
medical
the music,
mystery
though.
and an international crisis tonight.
Very
3
dramatic.
people are dead, 4 more are ill, and nearly 150 others.
Do you put that music, or is that
stranded on
them?
board the ship,
No,
where
that
they
was
will
them.
stay potentially for months
little-
until investigators
I've
can clear
edited
them to get off. For now,
these
medical
videos. Oh my
workers
God.
seen here
To make
boarding
them
the
shorter.
ship in full protective gear are telling people to stay in their cabins as they
This
zero
is-
in on a potential cause, a rare form of the hantavirus believed to have spread person to person on board the ship.
Hantavirus will spread. It absolutely will get worse. We are underprepared, we are
Oh, man.
underwarned, and we are under
Getting flashbacks.
You've heard of this
Right?
cruise ship. It docks in Spain on Monday. 3
Yeah.
have already passed. 5 are confirmed sick. Dozens potentially.
He does have
carrying the
some good
virus
info, which is
we
why I put it in
know
here, though.
spread person to person are jumping off a cruise ship in just a few days. That has happened before exactly once in recorded history. I'm Rick Pescator. I'm an ER doctor, former state chief physician. I'm the editor-in-chief of Emergency Medicine News. I helped lead the national COVID response, both its wins
Oh, it was
and
you
its
son of a
failures.
bitch.
At least
Passengers.
I will say he says he led both the wins and the losses. So at least he's taking accountability for the
You know, well, that's all perspective. See, okay, this was the issue that I have been saying since COVID was science and the scientific method cashed in its goodwill. It cashed it in. And the media, government, everything weaponized, bastardized, and completely screwed people over instead of giving them the actual information. And remember, we got booted from YouTube for talking about for saying any of this type of stuff.
3 years. For 3 freaking years, guys.
Yeah, so when that is the position, and then you're later vindicated, it goes, well, they just lied. Why are we seeing like raw milk is up? People aren't using sunscreen. People are seeking alternative medicine, sticking silver iodine up their ass to cure things. It's like, this is what happens. Because even me right now, I'm like, oh, okay, COVID. All right, this is COVID, what, 2.0?
Yeah, that's what I put on
3.0
the thing.
because the monkeypox didn't take. So look, scary, evil music. Oh, like it's just no. I see this and I'm just okay. My brain just turns off, and I'm sure a lot of people they just like, okay, here we go again.
It's a mixture of an eye roll, here we go again, and a mixture of like PTSD, because it's like, okay, so the mortality rate before was 0.03. The mortality rate now is 40%. Is Canada, let's just say, because that's where we are, gonna turn into the next China? Because during COVID, they were welding people in their homes. And if this mortality rate is 40%, I could 100% seeing Canada starting to weld us in our homes. People are going to start freaking out and whatnot. And it's just, I don't know. But let's see what else Doc has to say.
All
here.
right.
have already gotten off this boat. 6 are in California and Georgia and Arizona for a virus that hides in the body for up to a month and a half. We may not know who's infected until June.
That's
we
the scary
didn't learn
part.
shit from the pandemic. We didn't build the system that's supposed to catch this. We took it apart. Every ER doctor in the country is supposed to get an alert when this happens. It's called a HAN, a Health Alert Network. But no alert has been sent. In March, the CDC quietly paused 20 tests for rare viruses. They've lost 3,000 employees. The disease detectives who are trained specifically for this, they're gone. We spent $1 trillion after COVID. We bought machines for viruses we already knew. We did not build what matters, the ability to make a new test fast when something shows up. There's a cruise ship right now in the Atlantic that's telling us that the lights are off at the CDC in Atlanta. This will spread, but we will find out late because the people who have been paid to watch have been told to shut up. Hantavirus.
I don't know.
What were you gonna say?
No, it's just it's the I'm my not faith, not belief, but I think trust in these people were operating with the best of intentions and did everything, and they were informing the public. No, it was public shaming, it was attacks, it was literal calls for removal of people from society, your disease rats, plague rats, all this other stuff. And like I said, my thing is what the response was. Like, okay, 40%. Okay, people are just gonna go, you know what? I don't believe you because you guys weaponized 0.07% or 0.03%. You shut down the world for that, and you said, look, this is a once in a lifetime pandemic and blah blah. You pulled the string with the balloons. It's like pandemic time. Woo!
But you had at the time Bill Gates literally saying that this is not going to be the only one. There's going to be much worse ones. Like they've already planned it. They planned COVID. Like, I'm sorry, like it's but tinfoil crown on here, but like they planned all this shit. They did what they did. I don't believe that it was an accident. I really don't.
Well, and that's the thing, like that, and that's why I'm harping on you guys cashed in your goodwill, the trust, and the analytical. The one thing that science is really good at, or was really good at, was it removed the emotion from it. It either is or is not. It took the emotion. It was strictly pragmatic and empirical, not imperial, empirical. It just looked at the data. The numbers, they either made sense or they didn't. If they didn't make sense, clearly something was wrong. But while we're looking at this, and that's why I say like this, they cashed in the trust built over decades. All for what? For a fat check? Then it shows nothing can be true. Everything can be corrupted if enough people in particular positions are able to weaponize people's emotions through that data.
I don't even think it was a fat check, just a fat check. I think it was the fat check, then also the fact that they could fly around the world and do whatever it is their pedophile little brains wanted to do, because nowhere was occupied. Everywhere was empty. Everyone was locked in their homes. No one could do anything. I mean, how great would that be to be able to just like jump on a plane, go someplace you don't have to worry about in the airport for the security and whatever. You're just like boom, 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 boom.
Hey, remember when Chris Christie was at the governor of Illinois or whatever, or New Jersey or whatever, shut down the beaches. And where was that fat fuck? He was on the beach. He shut down the beach so the general public couldn't go. But here he is, rolls and all, chilling on the beach. It's like, wait, but you said it was shut down. Why are you there?
It's shut down for everybody else. I'm gonna hang out with my wang out, biatch.
Yeah, everyone but me.
Yeah.
So this is, I'm like, All right. Well, we can continue this, but yeah, it's
Well,
just
and then you had, sorry, I'm just going to say quick too before I forget. And then you had to, when anybody who decided to come out against COVID, not only were they shut up or banned off YouTube for 3 years, they would all of a sudden just disappear or had suspicious deaths all of a sudden. It was really strange. They're just gone. All the people that came out and talked about it and were telling people the truth just disappeared. Now, to me, that is the bigger red flag, because that shows me that the people who are higher up knew exactly what was going on, and it shows that they knew what they were doing and that this was a planned thing. And I know you're gonna be like, oh my god, conspiracy theorists, freaking tinfoil hat. Yeah, sure, whatever, paint me in it, but the evidence is showing what it's showing, and that's what it's showing to me. But
was it Occam's razor, the theory that makes the least amount of assumptions tends to be correct?
Yeah, you remember all the Streisand effects, whatever, whatever. Yeah, I don't know the names of it, but yes.
All right.
Virus will underprepare.
I normally wouldn't make a video.
Okay, so before we get into this, I didn't have time to totally finishing editing. So there was one video from one person on this ship. Now, to anybody who doesn't know what this ship is, so this ship holds 150 people. This isn't like your traditional cruise ship. This is an expedition ship. So it goes, I can't remember the route it goes on, but it goes to like Australia, Antarctica, and all over the place. It's an expedition thing. It goes to places where people don't normally travel to. And it's a 35-day cruise. So it's longer than your traditional 7-day cruise. And it's literally expedition. It's just completely different than just a relaxing cruise. So that's what this ship is. Now, there's been one person who has made a video out of all 150, well, 147 now. Wah, wah. People. He's the only one. Okay. Now let's take a just really watch him. Okay.
Like this, but I feel like I need to say something, so I wrote a few things down. I am currently on board the MV Hondius, and what's happening right now is very real for all of us here. We're not just a story. We're not just headlines. We're people.
Where are your tears?
People with families, with lives.
Hold on.
With people waiting for us at home. There's a lot of uncertainty, and that's the hardest part.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Did you see that really big blink he did? Anybody else see it? Can you guess where I'm going here?
My dog stepped on a bee.
Sorry.
All we want right now is to feel safe, to have clarity, and to get home. So if you're seeing coverage about this, just remember that there are real people behind it, and that this isn't something happening somewhere far away. It's happening to us right now. I'll share more when I can, but for now, I just ask for your kindness and understanding. Thank you.
So the thing that the more times I watched that video, the more times it irritated me, because not only were there 0 tears, there was a lot of like, my dog stepped on a bee.
Well,
but
okay.
Then you see him, he's literally reading.
Well, yeah, he's reading something.
Yeah, he's barely looking at the camera. He's more over here, and then he'll look at the camera every now and then all of a sudden, oh, blink. Back over here, reading. I don't know. Something seems a little off about this. It seems a little fish.
Okay. I get where you're coming from. But I think at the same point, so if this thing, oh no, theoretically, if it is like a a mortality rate of 40%, like obviously, they're not talking about like, well, is there comorbidities? If you have comorbidities, does it go up? Like, all that type of stuff. And I could understand if someone's like, hey, now we're like the train of Train to Busan fucking type of thing. We can see civilization out the window, but we're actually living in a proverbial kind of hell. Like we're just waiting to potentially die or not. Which, like, I don't know. I'm still I still give a shit. And when I see people like in distress, like it still bothers me. And I don't like seeing people in distress.
I don't either. I literally am an empath. Like I do not either like seeing people who are in distress, who are hurting, anything like that. Like, but to me, something about this is very suspicious. The way he's acting, like the thing is, he's on there and he's legit crying and he's talking to the camera. Okay, well that seems real, but this whole like not a tear, your eyes aren't even red. Like when I'm fighting tears back, my eyes are bright red.
I don't know.
And to me, I don't know. To me, it just seems very fake. And I could be wrong. Very much could be wrong. But, and it's weird how out of 147 people, he's the only one making a post. The only one.
Or maybe that's the only one that got picked up. I don't know.
I don't know. It just, to me, just seems, I don't know. It doesn't sit well with me. However, let's carry on.
Viruses are rare, mainly transmitted through contact with rodents or their droppings. It's what killed the wife of actor Gene Hackman last year. Symptoms can take weeks to appear, and human-to-human transmission is not common.
So it's very rare for hantaviruses. In fact, the only hantaviruses that are known to cause human-to-human transmission originate from South America, and in particular areas like Argentina.
Thanks, Argentina. Thanks, Javier Malay.
The risk to the wider public remains low. There is no need for panic or travel restrictions.
No need for panic. Oh, yeah. I've heard that one before.
It's been confirmed that a new virus that has killed 3 people and has been spreading across China can be passed from person to person, not just from animals. More than 200 people have been infected with the virus that causes breathing problems. The World Health Organization has said it will hold an emergency meeting on the outbreak later this week. Our medical correspondent Fergus Walsh reports.
It's official. China's mysterious new virus can pass from person to person.
Wait, China's? I thought they called Trump a xenophobic racist because he said it came from China.
China.
Why'd you call it the China virus? Because it comes from China. I'll see if
Yep. Signs of infection include breathing problems, fever, and cough. Now, it's the height of the flu season, meaning it's hard to know initially what infection patients have.
In central China, a man has died following an outbreak of an unknown pneumonia-like virus, which officials say comes from the same family as the deadly.
This is such a classic. Like they did everything to try and discredit and whatever, call out Trump. Oh, it's so fucking good. So good.
You keep calling this the Chinese virus. Why do you keep using this? A lot of people say it's racist.
It's not racist at all. No, not at all. It comes from China. That's why. China. I want to be accurate.
I do love that, and 100% facts.
It comes from China.
Like duh. Are you retarded? It's coming from China, so why wouldn't I call it the China virus? This is going to be the Argentina virus.
That's racist.
Health authorities say that only 40 other people are infected. Rich Preston reports.
Officials say the 61-year-old man shopped regularly at this seafood market and that it was the source of the virus. Chinese health officials insist the situation's in hand.
Oh, it's in hand?
You must stay at home.
Son of a bitch.
The hell?
Oh, yeah. And then no food, nothing on the shelves. Yeah. That looks familiar.
Food aisle.
Getting
This is
PTSD
where all,
here.
like, the rice-a-ronis and stuff used to be at. All the noodles, ramen noodles, dry noodles, all here, all gone. All gone.
Grab those couple cans.
Completely empty.
Yeah.
Times Square.
Do you remember that? Like, this was a mind-boggling to me, seeing how empty everywhere was. And where were our politicians? Cruising around the world, chilling at the beaches. I can't even imagine.
Oh no, it was
These are some of
freaky.
the busiest places in the world that he's filming at right now.
And that's the thing, is this going to be used as another fear keep you afraid?
Go ahead.
No, that this is just going to be another like fear, like what they did. Is that going to be the same thing?
100%. This guy, so this is the last part. This is the little funny that I put at the end because this definitely rings
All right,
COVID.
well, play it.
The hantavirus cruise ship is not just a story. We're not just headlines. We're people with families that are waiting for us to come back home.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
What?
Yeah, that's
What are you
right.
talking about? Part of the ship, part of the crew. You are all dead men walking, death following you wherever you go, and you expect us landlubbers to allow you back on land? No, be a good sailor and die with your ship. I'm sorry. You're making it sound like you actually want us to die? Yes, we're not going to shut down the entire world again just because you're a little uncomfortable on a freaking cruise ship. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, so just do us a favor and die. Oh, look at that. They
It's
let
your
us on the
Toronto.
ship. What? They what? Don't worry, they gave us the option to quarantine ourselves if we want to. What? The option? Wait, you guys don't have to quarantine yourselves? Wait, did they let you back on land while you're still sick? Don't worry. This virus does not have pandemic potential, and so just let us in.
No.
Yeah, like this is the spin that could go right now. Look at those evil disease plague rats and everything else they called us during the pandemic.
Mhm.
Very communist-esque. The weight or the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
Yes.
So, like, and this has always been the stuff that I fucking hate. So because I agree with that guy. Those are people. I 100% agree. Those are people that are actually dealing with a potentially life-ending scenario. But then it was the response to it. Like the actual response, to blend in with COVID, it was when people were going, hey, if I get it, I can actually go into anaphylactic shock and die. And they're like, good, don't care. We don't give a shit. Do it or else. Then it's like, no, you don't. We don't do that. We don't we don't put a proverbial gun to someone's head and say, do it or else. And then feign like, look how compassionate we are. We're taking care of people. No, you put a proverbial gun against someone's head and said, you basically just went, pull the trigger or die. That was the option that you gave people that had autoimmune disease or like Guillain-Barré syndrome or whatever. Like it's just
Well, see, and that I don't know, like something like this just scares the fork out of me too, in the aspect of, unfortunately, I was one of those people who got fucked up by the COVID shot. So when I see something like this happening, not only am I thinking, oh God, here we go again, and thinking about my poor kids who are going to have to be in quarantine again, or we're all going to get locked in our homes or welded in our homes or whatever the fork it may be. But then it's like, okay, so then another vaccine is going to come out. What is this going to do to me now? Or am I gonna like it's just I don't know. I mean, the thing is that this very well could be a monkeypox thing where it's, you know, people are making a deal about it, but then it's just going to go away. And there was other reports that I had seen where they were saying that apparently it's on average 4 people in Canada a year get this hantavirus. So, I mean, it is already out there, even though they, for whatever reason, they don't have a cure for it, which is a little odd. But, shit. Where was my other point of view? God damn it. I lost it mid-sentence.
I don't know. But I do want to move on. I want to move on to this. So this was a interesting little thing that came out of CTV News in I had just caught a little snippet of it.
Wait.
And so
if you're moving on to something else,
I am.
You have to feed the fucking plant first.
Missy Mo. Feed me all night long.
Audrey too was hungry.
Come on. Oh, so
do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
That fucking smile. The smile he does at the, oh God, I fucking love it.
Let's see if I can find the segment. You know what? I'll just play this. It's fine. I will play this. We'll find it together because this just shows just the media. They're so full of shit. They're so full of shit.
Facts.
He doesn't belong to the government. The reason your question is he's bringing in more revenue. So we do have to be mindful of that. They're bringing in more revenue.
Where was it?
90 back on the only refugees benefits. Brookfield benefits to pay his taxes,
Come on,
this week. Now, it is expected to post a lower deficit than what was predicted in the November budget. On top of that, the inflow of foreign direct investment over the last year is the most since 2007. And the IMF is forecasting the Canadian economy this year will be the second fastest growing in the G7. I must ask you, with all respect, why do you keep attacking Mark Carney this week and his economic credentials?
He's a piece of shit.
Well, because they're so bad. He's been wrong about every single economic issue of the last 10 years. He was wrong to support carbon taxes, wrong to oppose our oil and gas, which he said half of which should stay in the ground. He was wrong to oppose the Enbridge pipeline to the Pacific. He was wrong to propose money printing, which caused inflation. And in the present, I just have to correct the record on some things. It's fine for the IMF to make projections, but here's the reality. We have the only shrinking economy in the G7 after a year of Mark Carney. We have the worst food price inflation in the G7 after a year of Mark Carney. We have the worst household debt in the G7 after a year of Mark Carney, and we have the worst housing costs in the G7 after a year of Mark Carney. Finally, you say the deficit is lower. With respect, the deficit is twice the size of the one that Justin Trudeau left behind. Trudeau, who was spending outrageously, had a $40 billion deficit. Carney has raised that to well over $70 billion, almost double, all the result of increased spending. No one thought it was going to be possible to be more irresponsible than Trudeau, but we found that Mark Carney has succeeded at doing that. And so you've asked me why I'm criticizing Mr. Carney. It's nothing personal. It's just that his results are so terrible, and the Canadian people are paying the price through higher inflation and higher taxes. With Carney, it's more taxes, more debt, more costs.
She asked
more of the same.
She asked the
He's
question, and that's
liberal.
what I'm trying to find.
Now, What you've proposed to address inflation is less government spending over the past few years. But at the same time, you are proposing cutting these gas taxes, which will increase demand and therefore inflation. Why should Canadians trust
okay, yes. Even, okay, good. It's good that he caught it, okay? Look at how much water carrying these people do. Look at the amount of water carrying. Okay, I'll play with what the
what does water carrying mean?
Like, she's carrying their water. She's carrying the liberal agenda. Why are you attacking Carney? Because his policies suck. Imagine if Pierre just came out and said that. It's like, his policies suck dick. They're shit. Hey, Canadians. He just looks right at the camera. He's like, you know what? I'm no longer talking to you, you fucking bimbo. Hey, do you like knowing that your children can't actually find meaningful employment? They can't even enter the market, right? They can't even start. How about the people that, hey, all you Zoomers out there, do you like the idea of ever buying a home or starting a family or anything? Do you like that this government repeatedly has sold you out in order to make a bigger profit for themselves while cutting you out? How about the people that are using food banks? Hey, how's that for inflationary spending? Imagine if he fucking, I'd be like, trans the kids, man. No, I'm just joking. No.
Oh my God. Fuck.
All right. So I'll go back with her stupid question, loaded question.
What you've proposed to address inflation is less government spending over the past few years. But at the same time, you are proposing cutting these gas taxes, which will increase demand and therefore inflation. Why should Canadians trust your economic credentials?
Sorry, I don't understand that you're framing there. You say that lowering a tax on gas will increase inflation?
Increased demand for the gas, which again could increase inflation.
Okay, that's an interesting one. I've never heard anyone saying lowering taxes on gas could possibly increase inflation. Exactly the opposite has happened. Every time you reduce gas taxes, go across the provinces that have done this, in Alberta, in Manitoba, and in Ontario, when they reduced gas taxes, inflation in those provinces went down next compared to their neighboring provinces. But, I guess, the liberal mindset is that the way that you address inflation is through higher taxes. We've seen how that's worked. Canadians can't afford to eat after a year of the Carney Liberals and after a decade of this Liberal government. They can't afford homes after a decade of this Liberal government. So we see that more spending and more tax.
So there you go. She's like, but reducing taxes will increase. That's not how inflation works. Inflation is literally government overspending. That's spending on debt. That's why why it's always like target is 2% is that we're devaluing our dollar by 2%. That's inflation. So that's government spending. Government is spending 2% more than the actual economy has. So they have to pump more money into the system. The dollars purchase less. And this bimbo is doing everything in her power to make the conservatives look bad and the liberals look good. Well, some economies, I would have said, yeah, which ones?
At least she's a liberal.
Which ones? Which economists? Which ones are telling you that government lowering spending increases inflation? And you can see she's like, yeah, dumb bitch. You got your fucking talking point all fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
God, seeing her just deer in a headlight when he just like, yo, what?
Sorry, I don't understand that you're framing there. You say that lowering a tax on gas will increase inflation?
Increased demand for the gas, which again could increase inflation.
Okay, that's
no.
It's an interesting one. I've never heard anyone saying lowering taxes on gas could possibly.
It could, yeah. And one day pigs could grow wings and start flying. It's not likely. It's almost impossible, but it could happen. Like, oh, that's why I like, you know, I don't know. And anyone else out there, do you guys want to see like a media, you know, you see like the desk and well, we take a reasonable position, but only on one political side. On the other side, we let anything and everything go. It's like, man, you guys are so full of shit. Ugh, I can't stand you people. So good for him for calling it out.
Hold on, you people?
Yeah.
What do you mean, you people? God, hold my hopes.
Liberals aren't people.
Your facts. Okay.
So yeah, I saw that and I thought it was look at me, just incredible how these people are. Just incredible. So I guess, you know what? It is the end of the show, but it's not the end.
Better not be.
We have a new installment of The Adventures of Barry the Beaver. I am working on an intro as we speak.
Beaver.
Barry M. Beaver, correct.
I mean, Barry M. Bush. Oh my God, we're fucking it up.
Sorry. It's Barry M. Bush. Barry the Beaver, Barry M. Bush. All right. Anyways, shut up. All right. So for the next installment, whatever, play your thing. Wait, hold on. No, not that one. No. We have to do this one. Oh, where is it? Oh, I wish we had the freaking clip of it, not just the audio of it.
Which one?
And now for something completely different.
Off the audio. You said
I know we need the clip. We need the clip of it for a nice little transition.
Yes.
Like this is a good transition.
I mean, it definitely is.
Let's do the Scooby-Doo ending. Good call.
All right. For today's installment of The Adventures of Barry the Beaver. So Barry the Beaver splashed through the river towards... Oh, wait. Hold on. Whoops. I apologize. I am on the wrong page. Barry the Beaver.
Show what Barry the Beaver looks like.
Barry the Beaver, the furriest defender of the Great White North, lounged on his dam like it was a luxury waterbed. His sleek brown coat glistened under the Alberta sun, and his massive incisors, legendary for their girth and staying power, twitched with heroic anticipation. "Time to get hard on the job," he muttered, adjusting his tiny red cape that barely covered his impressive tail. Wait, am I drunk? No. Okay. The evil villain, Kark Marnie, had struck again. The slick-suited eco-terrorist stood atop a massive oil rig in the tar sands, cackling into a megaphone. "No more drill." Oh, wait, hold on. It's right. It's Kark Marnie. "No more drills, no more pumping. I'm shutting down every throbbing well in Canada and replacing it with my limp, wind-powered future." His plan? Flood the pipelines with regulatory lube so thick that nothing could flow. Canada's energy sector would go soft forever. Barry wasn't having it. He paddled up the river like a beaver on a mission, his powerful tail slapping the water with wet, rhythmic thwacks. "Not on my watch, Marnie. This country needs its juices flowing." He burst onto the rig in a spray of dramatic water droplets, striking a pose that made his chest fur puff out. Carney sneered, "Barry the Beaver, please, what are you going to do? Gnaw me into submission?" Barry grinned, flashed those legendary chompers. "Damn right. I'm going to gnaw you so good you'll be begging for mercy." The battle begun. Marnie unleashed his henchmen, pale, twiggy activists, arms with protest signs. Barry charged, his gnaws working overtime. He latched onto the first guy's leg and gnawed with wet, slurping enthusiasm. Tastes like virtue signaling. He growled between chews, the henchman moaning and collapsed, legs quivering. Oh, God, it's too much. Your teeth are so relentless. Marnie tried to flee up a ladder, but Barry was faster. He clamped down on the villain's polished shoe and started gnawing with long, deliberate strokes, up and down, side to side. Really getting in there. You like that, Marnie? Deep gnaw? I can go all night. My incisors never tire. Marnie gasped, face flushing. Barry, your gnawing is so penetrating. I feel it in my pipelines. Damn straight, Barry grunted, his powerful jaws working faster. Wood chips and metal filings flew everywhere as he gnawed through the rig's support beams like they were warm butter. I'm going to gnaw this whole operation until it's gushing again. Canada needs that sweet, sticky crude flowing strong and hard. With one final heroic gnaw, deep, throaty, and utterly committed. Barry severed the main control valve. Oil erupted in a glorious black fountain, showering the rig in warm, viscous triumph. Marnie slipped on the mess, landing on his back with a wet splat. You've beaten me, Marnie panted, covered head to toe. Your gnawing was too powerful, too deep. I yield. Barry stood tall, oil dripping from his whiskers, cape fluttering in the breeze. That's right. As long as I'm around, Canada's wells will stay drilled, pumped, and satisfied. He winked at the defeated villain. Next time you want to mess with our production, remember, this beaver gnaws back. The workers cheered as Barry paddled away, tail high and proud. Another victory for the hero who knew exactly how to handle a crisis. Long, hard, and with plenty of enthusiastic gnawing. And somewhere in the distance, a satisfied beaver dam, echoed with the sounds of nature's finest pounding. There you go. Yay to Barry. Yay, Barry. Don't worry, I'll do it since Kim just left me. Oh, I guess she just went to go take a shit. That's cool. So that will wrap up today's show. Of course, thank you everyone for tuning in. Yeah, that's right. Yay, Barry. Yay, Barry. Thank you, everyone.
Barry's the shit, man.
See who's live right now. There's no one. No one.
There's no one live. There's no one live.
No one.
Everyone's sleeping. Easy went very late last night, so definitely won't be.
Yeah, a lot of people did.
Yeah.
That was wild. But
yeah,
so
really
with that, let's get out of here.
All right. So thank you for everybody who is new here or returning. If you're new, hit the little subscribe button down below. And don't forget to check us out in all the other places listed in the description box below.
Did you break?
Sorry, I had to wet my willy. Anyway, we are live every Monday and Wednesday at 8 p.m.-ish Central Time and every Saturday at 1 p.m. Central Time. You can check us out in all the places listed in the description box below. Otherwise, be kind to one another. We'll catch you guys again on Monday. Have a fantastic weekend. We out.